So you can start it once you
I
start.
don't have enough room. Your legs are in my way. Fully.
Well, it's because you're
Handcuff
a monster. You're basically a giant.
Yes. So this is OakMusic episode number 1 for our podcast. Let's try that again.
No, I liked it.
No.
No, I think that actually
I
you
said this is OakMusic episode number 1. This is our podcast.
But you forgot to just... The only thing you didn't do was tell them who I am.
Yeah, well, I'm going to do that now.
Well, I think
Hey.
Hey.
Hey, everybody. I
you
was trying to
talking
restart it. I was trying to restart it.
So you're talking to me or are you talking to
I'm talking to you.
Which one? Okay.
Both.
Okay.
Hey, this is the Oak Podcast, episode number 1. I have with me today Jared Eason. That's
Not
my
a guest. I'm not a... Am I a guest?
No, you're not.
I think I'm a co-host.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Let me just try this.
I think that was disrespect. Is that the...
That's how this gonna be.
Is that how this is gonna be?
Okay.
Okay. Go ahead.
Hey, everyone. This is OakMusic Podcast, episode number 1. Here is my co-host, Jared Eason. I'm Ryan Halverson.
Hi, I'm Jared.
Well, let's try that again.
Well, maybe you should say Jared.
I should have
Eason
said,
first.
I'm Ryan Halverson.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, maybe I'll just let you say, hey, and then I'll say, I'm Ryan Halverson.
Yeah. Let's try it.
Okay. Am I even in that? Hey, what's up, man? Okay. I don't want my big foot. Ugly foot in
Just
there.
start cramping.
Oh, I thought you
No, I started getting a cramp.
Oh my gosh, just start.
Okay, just like we talked about this. So
Yeah, we should just recorded it. Anyways. Hey everyone, it's Ryan Halverson with OakMusic. This is episode number 1 of the OakMusic podcast, and with me is my co-host Jared Eason.
hey, I'm Jared. I'm the co-host. I'm not a guest.
I'm glad you're here. Okay. All right. So
you called me a guest.
I did not. I never said that.
Why don't you tell them?
This is episode number 1. You look like a guest to everybody because in every other video it's just been me.
That's true. I'm the guy on the other end of a text message.
Yeah.
Which is like, hey, I'm doing this. What should I do next?
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Pretty much, yeah.
And the other end of the text message is also in St. John's, Newfoundland at this point in time.
Yes, right now.
But that's changing. So
Yeah, exactly. So soon it'll be a lot of both of our pretty faces and pretty voices.
yeah.
Yeah, on the podcast here. We're going to keep doing this a lot.
Yeah, I think so. I think
Yeah.
I think it'll be fun.
So today we're going to start our series. We're going to be just analyzing our favorite parts of songs. So not necessarily a whole album or a whole song or anything like that,
Yeah.
but just that part of the song that gives you the goosies. You know?
Yeah. It was
Just
kind of, we were talking
stands
about it
your
the
arm
other
hairs
day.
up. Yeah, exactly.
I was bringing it up to you the other day when I was like, we should pick out our favorite break. We were kind of talking about breakdowns.
Yeah.
To give some context, me and Ryan used to be in a band together.
Yep.
That band kind of was a hardcore band. It's hardcore, post-hardcore.
I don't really know what that means, but that's
Yeah.
kind of what it was.
We started right out of high school, basically. I mean, he's a little older, but
I'm not that much.
like a tiny
2.5,
bit older.
2
3 years older.
Doesn't
and
matter.
so that's what we did for like 5 years. Is it 5?
Yeah, 5, 6. It might have been 7 years actually.
7 years.
I could be wrong though.
So the context is important because that's kind of like our genre of maybe that we listen to the most of together.
Yeah, hardcore.
Is that-
yeah, absolutely.
You know, now
That's all for a while.
since we've grown up, we've expanded that more. So we're not going to just talk about hardcore, but
not even today. We're not even going to just talk.
well,
about
there's probably but it's important to know that's kind of the history, I think.
And it's kind of neat. I found it was kind of neat. The whole question, just when you're saying like, let's narrow this down to like the part of this song that actually speaks to you, the part of the song that gets you going. Like you can say, oh, this is like my favorite song, but You can't. Sometimes you can't. You just can't show somebody the entire song because then you sit there like
Yeah, it's like
you're
an
watching their
awkward
face.
Yeah.
So this is when. So let me just pause it. So this is like
Yeah.
when the part where they just dip it, right?
When you want
and then
it.
they just go. So
Yeah.
just listen, and then the person's reaction is never quite
what you want it to be.
except for you.
Yeah, I mean,
When I go for,
I think we have an understanding between each other.
No. I feel like you're the reaction guy. If somebody wants a reaction, I go to you.
It's true. Like, I mean, it's
As
not like
soon
you,
as I figured out,
I don't feel like you solicited, but
No, as
think
soon
it
as I
just
figured
happens.
out how to solve a Rubik's Cube in under 2 minutes,
Hmm.
I was like, Jared needs to see this.
and it was amazing.
I need Jared's validation for this.
Can
right
I
now.
be honest? I didn't think you were smart enough to solve a Rubik's Cube. I didn't think I had friends smart enough to solve. I thought they were more complicated than I think maybe they are. Or they're or they are as complicated as they seem, and you're just smart.
Dude, you can figure it out though. That's the thing. This is not
That's true.
there. Is that?
That's fine.
I keep leaning out of it.
I think we're okay.
It's good.
But yeah, so the idea was everybody who listens to music and kind of dives deeper into music, and probably people who don't just dive deeper into music, but I think most people who listen to music internally have like a part of a song that either, like you said, speaks to them,
Yep.
gets them going. If you're at the gym, you wait for that part to like hit your max, whatever it might be, and it can be any genre in any kind of form. So
As you'll see.
exactly.
Well,
Well, sort
not
of.
any
I mean, we
genre.
don't go like off the charts,
Well,
different from what we normally.
You will eventually, but
Yeah, well, I'll be honest. I'm not a country fan. Like, I'm just gonna preference that with like, I'm personally not a country fan. I'm not gonna like judge anybody who is, but like, that's not a type of music I listen to much. All you country fans out
does
there,
anybody want to see a best
It's
friend
okay.
be disappointed in his buddy?
don't
Because
do
like
that.
I like country music a little bit now.
Oh, jeez. See, like that would have been 5 years ago. That would have been a big deal to me.
Like just
Just disappointment.
Done.
See ya, I'm gone. But it's
whatever, bro.
everybody changes.
Chris Stapleton is legit.
I don't know who that is.
Coulter Wall is so good.
No clue who that is.
Coulter Wall is Brad Wall's son, but
Like the ex-premier of Saskatchewan?
so good. We'll listen to it sometime. Coulter Wall is where country music should be.
Is he like based in Saskatoon here?
Regina, I think.
Oh.
Well, Swift. I think he's from Swift Current. But
Yeah, Brad Wall's from Swift Current, I think.
like he's like, to me, I would never put him on the level of like Johnny Cash, but that's what he reminds me of. Like he could sing Johnny Cash songs very well.
That's pretty cool. I
Exactly.
mean, like, if he's that talented, good for him. I mean, it might not necessarily be my cup of tea, but
Yeah.
that's good. So yeah, that was the idea of the, kind of singling it on a part, is to
Yeah.
kind of show people or show your buddies or have, like, for us, have a segment on a podcast that kind of like says, okay, let's dissect that part quickly. It doesn't need to be forever, but like, let's dissect that part quickly and what makes that part so whatever,
So
basic.
good.
So good.
Yeah,
Puts the hair up on your arms.
Yeah, exactly.
Whatever it is.
So-
And I think for everybody it can change. Like some person who listens to, their part
Yeah.
would say, that guitar riff there is it just moves me. And the other guy might say, no, man, it was the back vocals that you can barely hear behind things.
Yeah, exactly.
And I think
what
that's
it
what
is.
is kind of cool about the idea. So I think will we go right into it now?
I think so.
Okay.
We're gonna go with the first one, if that's all right with you.
I think we should, yeah. So this was the first one. I picked it. It's
yours,
new.
yeah, go
Yeah,
ahead.
this is the first one that I picked. It's by a band I've kind of just started listening to, 100 Suns. It's a conglomerate of like a few guys from other good bands.
The album is really good.
The whole album's great.
Yeah.
I think they nail their sound pretty good. Like it doesn't seem like they're searching. They
No.
like know what they wanted to do and they did it.
Yeah.
Which I like.
Yeah.
And this part in the second last song, now I'm gonna get you. Can you say the word, because I think you said it better than me?
Amaranthine.
Amaranthine. Yeah, I'm gonna go with that.
Sure.
It's a Norma Jean's. It's a Norma Jean's. It's Norma Jean's lead singer, and they always
Corey
have
Brandon,
weird.
yeah. They always have weird.
I'm sure he
titles.
named this song.
Definitely.
So anyway, this part's near the end. It starts at, if you're interested, you can go to what's this, Apple Music?
Apple Music, yeah.
Go to Apple Music. We made this whole playlist of the full songs public, so you could just search Oak Music, or no, sorry, Oak Episode 1. Yeah. And
all one word.
All one word, and it's the number 1, not the spelled out.
Mm-hmm.
So you'll find that there, and so you can listen to the whole song. But this part in particular starts at 3:49, kind of.
Mm-hmm.
For like the last 2.5 weeks, 3 weeks, is literally been. I said when we started this conversation, I was like, "This is my favorite part in music right now."
Yeah,
and then we were with
our
friend
Greggy.
Who's my brother-in-law, and
Greg Jennings.
Doe.
He puts us all on his back all the time.
On his back. Anyway, I kind of preferenced it by, this is my favorite part in music right now.
Yeah.
And then we kind of went on a tangent.
Big conversation about it.
Which was great. So yeah, I think it's a good place to start.
Yeah.
Kind of started that whole conversation. So we're going to play it. I'm going to kind of talk through it a little. We might adjust the audio after this so you can hear it better.
I'll adjust the volume as we go.
Yeah, so why don't you go ahead and play it, and we'll take a listen. So the way it comes out of that piece, and I think just too the way what he's saying too, it's only a matter of time before we are alone. It just kind of gets you when you hear that, the power of that part, because it's a really big to have lyrics that really kind of
that really add to the build and to the part of the song.
Yeah, because then you start thinking of does he mean death, or does he mean does he mean something other than death, that maybe we just will all be alone in a situation, or what exactly does it mean? And then you kind of internalize it. You're like, man, I'm gonna be alone when I die.
One freaking day.
It's only a matter of time that I'm gonna be there. So, and then you stack that on top of this great drum beat that just drives right through your whole body. It's just
so driving.
Boom, boom, boom. It's just
this is definitely a part of a song where I'm at risk of being in an accident when it comes on while
that's exactly what it's been for the last 2 weeks in my car.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
People are get the finger so many times, right?
Yeah. Well, I was driving.
This part, they're like, "What are you doing?"
Yeah, I was driving with my daughter, my daughter, my son, but my son's 1.5, but my daughter's 5, and she doesn't really like my music very often, but sometimes she gets in a mood where I'm allowed to listen to my music in the car.
Yeah.
And she's not complaining about it.
Yeah.
So a week ago, I put this song on, and I literally rewound it 3 times.
Yeah.
And I told her why. I was like, Bailey, that's my daughter's name. I said, Bailey, this is my favorite part in music right now. And she didn't say anything at first. She listened to it.
Yeah.
And then she said, afterwards, she was like, why? And I was like, because of that guitar riff that goes on in the background, and the way he's singing. And she's like, she didn't care.
Yeah, of course.
she's fine. But it was one of those moments in the car where I was just I just was losing my mind. I was safe. To preference that.
Yeah, it's an over-exaggeration to say that I'm at risk of being in an accident.
Probably not. That's probably... it depends on what the situation.
You've
got to
pull
by
over.
yourself.
That's just distracted driving. If I'm headbanging and about to smash my head...
You should pull over.
Yeah, we're going to pull over.
Let's be on... yes, you should pull over.
Yeah.
And listen to the part, and then get on with your day.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Okay.
So
that's the part. We probably didn't listen to it that in depthly, but that's why we put them
exactly.
That this part. But that's why we put the public playlist up.
Exactly.
So I encourage anybody who listens to go to that and listen to it the whole song, but especially that part.
Yeah.
And kind of get more of the gist of it. But
that whole album is really good. So I would definitely recommend the, what is it called? Prestalis?
Again, I'm gonna go with you pronouncing that because you do a better job than me even. And I would just it's probably a fancy word for something.
I don't know, but I love the way he uses fancy words. All right, so my first one was Every Time I Die. The song is called The Coin Has a Say, and it's at the 2-minute 15-second mark. Okay, this album is really good as well. They just came out with it in 2016, and this part
gets you going. Would you say?
Oh yeah.
Would you say that's kind of a get you going?
Yeah, this is a pump up.
Would you lift weights to it?
Oh yeah.
So this is a lift.
If I lifted weights for sure.
Anybody out there listening who's in training mode right now, who might be trying to go for what do they call it now? PR, is that personal record, or PB maybe, personal best? There's some gym terms that I don't understand.
Yeah, I'm not quite there yet for gym terms.
Either way, if it's a PR or PB, if you're going for that, this might be a song and a part that you should go for.
From the album Low Teens. Did I already say that?
You did, but it's nice to reiterate.
Good. Okay, so here it is, the 2:15 mark. Just your classic breakdown here.
Right. He's one of my favorite drummers.
Yeah.
He's the... Oh yeah, it's great.
Yeah,
he's the guy from Under Oath too, and...
Is he?
Yeah.
He joined Every Time I Die after Under Oath and dispersed,
and then he was also in the Chariot? No.
Norma Jean.
No, not Norma. Yes, sorry.
He was in Norma Jean, and
that's
then
right.
He was in Under Oath and that.
Yeah.
Now currently is in Every Time I Die?
Still in Every Time I Die. He's so just got a great way of like driving a point home.
Yeah. If you want some dirty music, dirty sounding drum beats,
dirty guitar. Or that they are the guys.
Yeah. Every Time I Die.
Yeah, him, and because he's been in that grunge feel. So he knows how to like...
And like he brought a lot of the grunge feel to Under Oath and Disambiguation.
Yeah.
I feel like he had a big hand in that because that was, I would say, their dirtiest kind of sounding album.
Oh, definitely.
Like most southern hardcore, I'd call it.
Hardcore-ish. And I mean, it's definitely not that, but like they have aspects of that kind of behind their sound.
Yes, exactly.
And I think he brought that.
Yeah, for sure.
And he does, and like Every Time I Die has an established like sound. I mean, you can go through their discography and they're gonna sound like Every Time I Die in each album.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's very dirty, very...
It's recognizable for sure.
Recognizable. And he just fit the bill.
Yeah, for sure.
For them.
Oh, he's perfect. But that part is when it just steps down like that, but continues driving.
Yeah.
I love the way they like mix that, because like it wasn't just like it was a really good step down, but then the guitars were still driving it.
Yeah, they didn't really like when they slowed it down.
Yeah.
But they didn't really like tone it down.
Yeah.
Like it didn't come down and then come back up. It was like, we're slowing this down for effect, but we're still punching you in the face.
Yes, and I love that they ended it like that.
Yeah.
They ended with the words, "There's no hope for a hollow man."
Yeah.
Right? No hope for a hollow man.
Yeah.
And it's like...
It's another good use of lyrics.
Yeah, my picture, when I listen to that part, I just picture this freaking rugged-looking old man sitting in his one-room house.
Yep.
There's no real ceiling. It's kind of just peeled away.
Okay,
Sitting there, bottle of Jack. Mm-hmm. Just sitting there, maybe in like rain gear or something at his table like this. So he's just contemplating.
He's in St. John's probably.
Probably, yeah.
Fisherman maybe.
No hope for a hollow man there, is there?
There's not much hope. Don't try. I'm not going to try. He's going for the accent. Don't try.
I didn't try that. That's not even what I was doing.
It sounded like you were going for the accent.
No, I don't know the accent. I don't. That was just me talking.
Was it?
Maybe you hear it because you've been there for so long.
Maybe that's what it was.
That's cool.
I kind of don't think it was, but whatever. So are we going to move on to the next
Yeah,
one?
let's move on to the next one because
Okay.
I mean it's already getting long.
Yeah.
What are we at?
We're good.
We're at 21 minutes. The next song, you go ahead because this was your pick. This was your number 2.
Yeah, I think this is called The Moth. It's by Manchester Orchestra. I think we have a long history of Manchester Orchestra in our friendship.
Yeah.
And also in our bands when we were playing, they're different genre, but they also influenced just about everybody in our band.
Yes,
that
for sure.
played.
Were you there when we met Andy or not? Andy Hull?
Yeah, when we went
In
behind,
Saskatoon?
when we had Louis. No, it was Louis?
Yeah, it was Louis. Yeah,
It was Louis, and he had a bottle of Jack Daniels.
Was it Jack?
And he was telling us how much better the United States is than Canada.
Yeah, and we're like,
We disagreed, and he's like, but you don't understand
Yeah.
how great Six Flags is. I think is what he said. I think he said, you don't understand how good Six Flags is. And then we were like, well, we have, what is it, Canada's Wonderland? Which none of us had been to except maybe Taylor.
It's like, it's cool, I guess.
Like, we just assumed it was great. And he's probably like, I just went through there.
I'm
and
getting
it's
out of here.
horrible. But he was very nice. It was great to meet him.
He's great, yeah.
Anyway.
Who did we go to Subway with that day? Do you remember? Who were they playing with?
Oh, no.
Chantel and I think my wife, Chantel, and
Yeah.
I went to Subway with somebody, grabbed a sub, but who was it?
I'm not
It
sure.
was Manchester Orchestra and...
Oh, was it Cage the Elephant?
Yeah, it was.
It was Cage the Elephant.
We took him over to Subway. We showed him where Subway was and got a sub.
They were actually great live too.
They still are good.
I like a lot of their songs. I wouldn't say like I'd listen to a whole album from the back that often, but like they've got some great tunes.
Yeah.
Anyway, Manchester Orchestra. They've been a big part of I think our lives for a long time.
Oh,
their
for
newest album, it's called A Black Mile to the Surface. Kind of has this like theme throughout it, which is nice. This song kind of harkens back to more of their like rockier stuff because they kind of have some softer stuff lately too. And Anyway, it kind of harkens back to like a few albums ago, even in. I'm mind blanking on the album we all love.
Oh, the quick right after Virgin losing a child.
Yeah,
it was. Mean Everything to Nothing.
Mean Everything to Nothing.
Was it the album name?
Yes, it was. I think it was. And
so good.
Anyway, this song kind of reminds me of it. This part in particular kind of showcases their like musicianship, let's say.
Yeah.
Because they kind of like have this great syncopated beat throughout it that kind of just like makes you kind of bob your head. But like, anyway, he's got a great voice. They're great musicians. And it starts at 3:06 on the song The Moth.
Yes.
To me, this is a perfect example of something being extremely simple.
Yes.
But extremely well written.
Yes, exactly.
Like, there was nothing confusing. And then that comes...
Yeah, when they come back in. Oh, it's a pretty key part, yeah. I love it. We'll just let it play. But, like, this album was really good.
Really good.
Yeah.
Gives me the shivers there. Makes me feel nostalgic, I think. Kind of brings me back to, like, when I was younger.
Yeah.
Listening to them.
Yeah, for sure.
For whatever reason.
I honestly think that my favorite album from them may have been...
like that again. Like, he comes in, and if you listen closely, it's, like, definitely whoever is listening, listen closely. There's, like, a child's voice.
Yeah.
That just clues in there.
Yeah, let's go back a second.
Great.
We can do that for a second.
Very well thought out, very well written part.
Oh, it's so good.
So good, right?
Did they say "Daddy, listen"? Is that what they said?
Something
That's
like
kinda
that.
I
I need headphones to definitely.
It's Simple Math, though. I think
Really?
may have been my favorite album by them. I loved it. I listened to it a lot.
Wow, I wouldn't say that, but great album.
Really good, yeah.
But I wouldn't have called it my favorite. Still
Yeah.
not, but
Yeah, well,
you would still say it's your favorite?
I think I would say that I've listened to it the most.
Wow. more than everything to nothing. We used to listen to that like religiously.
It's hard to say because I kind of had that album on repeat for a while.
It was stuck in your Cavaliers CD players.
Not this one, no, not Simple Math. No. This one.
And you just couldn't get it out, so you just kept...
No, this one I always had just on iPod or iPhone.
You had it on your phone.
Yeah. Forever, right? Anyways, I don't know why, but I just really appreciated the album. I really liked it, and I listened to it a lot.
I think there's,
But really, I don't think it's better than Mean Everything to Nothing. I may have been wrong.
Front to back, like Tony the Tiger.
That's a good song.
My Friend Marcus.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway.
Yeah, anyways. I love that part.
Great part. It's a great
good
band.
Yeah. It's a different way to build up to that part. It's just kind of a strange it's eerie, especially when the child comes in there.
Yeah, they have a total ability of... The band's always had this ability of creating a feeling more so than just like a rock feeling or like a heavy feeling, more like a way a horror movie makes you feel.
Yeah.
Like a horror movie makes you feel scared or suspenseful or whatever. Like they almost have that ability to do that behind their music.
Yeah.
So like there's a few songs like that this is one of them. But that one song that's just him, Andy, and he's up in the sky.
Shit, that was a good one.
Chelsea, my wife, is in love with it right now. She's just on repeat.
It's an older one, though.
It's very old. Anyway, it's got a very eerie tone to it.
That one really does. And then he has a song from Virgin Losing a Child that he will not even talk about.
Yeah, they have this almost like their
It's
keyboard
about his dad dying or something.
Yeah, that's another one. That's a perfect... Actually, that's the best example.
Yeah.
They have this eerie keyboard sound going in behind it. It's funny how listening to one part of a song just makes you think of like songs you haven't thought of in forever by the same band.
Yeah.
And anyway, so that's them. I really like that part. I think it's really good.
That's a really solid one.
Yeah.
This next one is Thrice.
Like Kings of Music.
So good. They only made one song on this list for now.
Let's be honest, Thrice is probably going to be a recurring band.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there's probably some here that aren't going to be recurring bands, but this is definitely you're going to hear more Thrice.
Yeah, for sure.
Because we're both in love.
Oh yeah, always and forever. This is from the album Vesu. I think that's how you say it.
You did a better job than I would have.
At least you got to say a black mile to the surface. I think you did.
I think those are all normal English words that I was able to string together pretty well.
So, so Vesu, this is Between the End and Where We Lie, which I really love this song. I always have. I was going to get it tattooed a while ago.
Were you?
Yeah, because it's just, for me, it's very representative of like breaking through something, right? Mm-hmm. The whole song is about breaking away from like gray, like just I feel like there's a lot of parallels in the song,
right?
So like breaking through things and like seeing the other side of stuff and stuff like that. And this part of the song really pushes that. He says, I love it when he says, "Pours fire into my gray eyes."
Yeah.
Pours fire, right? It's about like being like, it's about a big change, I think.
Like basically this idea of like being stagnant. So like
exactly,
and then needing that. We're metaphoring hot lava or fire or whatever.
Yeah.
To kind of like awaken.
Exactly.
Something that was kind of dead or whatever.
Yes, and this is basically the part I was actually going to get tattooed. It just ended up too much to fit where I wanted it, so I didn't actually get it, but one day possibly. Anyways, here it is.
Oh man, this is such a good part. Like that you messed up that.
Yeah.
That was good.
When I fully... What the... You know what I just realized? Oh no, that was something else. Such a good part. Like, right to the end, that part. That's how he ends it.
Right to the end of the song.
Now, let me try to remember everything he says. He says...
You can go for the old lyric.
Where is it?
Look up. You could probably find it within Apple
I just want to make sure I don't... Yeah, you can. Oh, here it is. Okay, the end. The end of the song, he says... As daylight pours fire into my gray eyes, pour grace into my gray life, breaks in and lights the way I can't live without the day.
Yeah, he's just fantastic. Like he's
That
just
was the part right there
He's
that I was
just-
going to get tattooed on myself because I just freaking loved it.
Yeah,
How do you get back to
I could see
There we
that.
go. Okay.
I could see why you would want that on your body.
Yeah, exactly. It's representative. Like pushing through an area, pushing through a period of your life, and then like just, you know, sometimes you need that outside force.
Whatever it
almost,
is,
or
yeah.
internal force, I guess. But,
Whatever.
yeah, and it's just that song's so powerful to me.
Yeah,
It's such a good song.
it's just kind of one of those songs that you listen to when you need to hear something.
Yeah,
Like you don't even know what you need to hear, but you're just like, I'm going to put that song on, and I know it's going to have like a positive effect on me.
yeah,
And also, that guitar riff is amazing.
it is.
Let's be honest, Tempe is
It's
just
so
like. Would you say
good.
is how you would say his name?
I think that's how you say it. We'll ask.
He's
Steph later.
fantastic,
Yeah,
and he is probably like I have maybe Norma Jean is my favorite riff band, but like my second favorite guitar riff band is probably Thrice.
oh yeah.
And he is so amazing throughout that album.
The tapping,
He's just so good.
Tempe's tapping.
And do you
is,
remember
like,
when
the
we
best.
saw them at the Odeon? It's not called the Odeon anymore, but
Yeah,
the first time we
O'Brien's
saw them, I
best
think
song,
that was, and they had just came out with the
Was it
Alchemy
with Brand
Index.
New? That
No,
time- no.
I can't
that
remember
tour
if
never
it-
came through Saskatoon. It was Thrice. It was a really good show. And I
It
can't
was a
remember
good
who was
show.
on it. But continue. Yeah.
He played, and it wasn't this part, but he played the piano with the tip of his guitar
Oh yeah.
and played the guitar.
Yeah.
It was amazing
Chantal
to see
showed me
that. He was he's a great musician.
Oh yeah.
and then
He's
they
out
all
of
are.
this world, man.
Yeah.
Pedals, everything.
Yeah, he's got it locked down.
He's so good.
Yeah. I really love them. We
wanna
were
go to the next
talking
one?
about them.
Oh, yeah,
sorry,
keep
just
going.
to
Yeah, yeah.
sorry, Dave.
One more thing.
One more thing. We were talking about them with our buddy Seth, who was also in our band.
Yeah.
And we're talking about like our favorite shows and stuff that we've seen, and we had talked about Brand New, and then we talked about the second time we saw Thrice, which was at Louis. Again, another great. Like this is one of the best venues
There's
in
not a
Saskatoon.
better venue to see
Yeah.
a band at than Louis.
It's very intimate.
Exactly.
It's got great sound quality. This is legitimately the best I've ever heard a drum set sound. Was
Yeah.
seeing Thrice that night. On top of them being amazing, the drums were amazing.
They were
like,
good.
and also to kind of like give you some background. Me and Ryan are both drummers.
Oh yeah. By the way.
By no means are we like professional drummers, but we grew up both drumming basically since I can remember.
Yep.
So that's why we're always air drumming.
Yeah.
Anytime if you ever watch us doing this podcast, we'll probably be air drumming through the entire parts.
A lot
of
of
our,
it, yeah.
Yeah, I'll always throw in some like terrible like fake guitaring that doesn't work. Anyway,
Have you ever touched a guitar?
I've touched them, but
Have you strummed a string?
I don't know if I've ever successfully strummed a chord. You know, like that's sad.
Yeah.
But anyway, I digress.
Yeah.
I think that show we all kind of agreed seeing them at Louis was maybe like our second or
Yeah, it was
top 3 best shows ever.
easily top like 3 or like
Yeah. So I'm gonna go back to like early high school
2001.
and like this.
You weren't in high school.
No, I had
You were
to-
in elementary school.
I had to. Yeah, I was definitely turning
Like we
the
didn't
song
listen
down.
to this right as soon as it came
No,
out.
definitely not. Not me. You maybe, but where you're older. But anyway, I had to keep this one on the quiet side of
The
things.
old, volume 3.
Yeah, like it was like you had the volume knob close to you.
Yeah.
When you
Oh,
were
yes.
listening to this on Winamp.
Yeah.
You
Yes. Yes.
And Blink 182 it holds a special place in my heart and in Ryan's heart.
Yeah.
I mean, Travis is your favorite drummer
Yeah. Oh, yeah. By far.
by far. We were talking about that too. He's phenomenal.
I'm gonna do my best to edit this part. I'll try to press mute to the right.
I don't think you need
Well,
to.
I want it.
Why?
Because I want to show how good I am at editing.
Oh, okay. Well, there's a curse word which me and him are fine with,
It's
but
the
I
F
guess
word.
if maybe there's a child listening,
Yeah.
we'll
let them hear it.
Don't let them hear it. But this song exemplifies a band that knows their sound, knows how to write music very well within their genre.
Yeah.
Maybe the best within their genre. They were incredible.
Okay.
And just a lot of fun. Like, I just love listening to this, and like air drumming this in the car is one of my favorites.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Blink-182.
Reckless Abandon from the album Take Off Your Pants and Jacket, and the part starts at 2:21.
Yeah. Right to the end, right?
Yeah,
To
they're
the
just
end?
talking about clothing in that.
Yeah, yes. All clothing. Go.
Making fun of your friend's mom. Turn the music up way too loud. Trust pizza to the house.
I can do it.
How do you not sing to it? Is the
Tell
best.
someone that they could call. Memory that's full of fun. Done when it's all done. On and on.
Because it's like,
Something's wrong. It's just gonna show them nothing to hold on to. Use this song to lead you.
Yeah, just so
Oh.
good.
Trav.
Gets me going.
Size extra large.
And like, he doesn't have a good voice, but you know what he does have?
Yeah.
He has the best voice for this music.
Exactly. He absolutely
Tom
does.
DeLonge in both Blink-182 and Boxcar.
Mm-hmm. So good. Oh, and
I never liked him in Angels and Airwaves. I'm sorry.
I liked it a bit.
I just
but
never liked his
even-
voice in there
I
because it
listened-
just felt like it was so suited to
Yeah.
this.
Yeah.
But it wasn't
By the way,
bad.
I feel like Matt Skiba has done a pretty good job in that band.
I think that's controversial. I think what you just said there.
I think I really like him.
I think we'll get some hate tweets or hate comments on that.
Don't at me. Matt Skiba's better than Tom DeLonge.
That is a
Do not
horrible
at
thing
me.
to say.
Yeah, I don't mean that. But
You should take that back.
no, it's just controversy.
Can
I
we
just
have a
wanna fire up the-
retraction? I think we should retract that.
Yeah,
You
I'm not-
just said that. Who is his name?
Matt Skiba.
Matt-
He's from Alkaline Trio.
Yeah, but who
Get the
cares?
frick out of here.
Matt Skiba is better than Tom DeLonge in Blink-182. That is horrible. Like, that's a fireable offense.
I think no. Okay, all I said was
I think you
he's
should
doing a
retract.
good job.
You,
He's doing a good job in Blink-182.
I think you should just leave it at that.
I'll bring it down to that level, but I won't go any further back.
That's fine.
He's doing a good job, and California was a really good album.
California was a lot better than most people give it credit for.
Exactly.
There were some tunes on that I really liked.
Me too.
Yeah.
My son likes it a lot.
In terms of, like, even the song California.
Mm-hmm.
I think, is that what it's called? I can't remember. I might be getting that wrong.
Whatever it is, yes.
Very
It was quite good.
Los Angeles. Los Angeles?
Los Angeles, yeah, that was the song.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the best song on that album was the first one. I can't
Yeah,
remember.
the first hit one that came out.
No, just the first song on the album.
Oh,
was
yeah,
my
the way
favorite
it
song.
starts with Travis's drumming. Yes.
Yeah.
I would agree with that.
It was, I can't remember what it's called off the top of my head, but yeah, that was,
Maybe a part for another day.
yeah. Oh, for sure. Yeah, probably.
So we're
But I-
at the end we're at the end here.
This is the last song.
And this one's off the
This
one's
is-
kind of off the board a little.
Yeah, it's a little surprising just because they're very
Mainstream.
they're not hardcore, they're not punk, they're not really
Alternative
they're-
rock.
They're I
Are they
suppose
they're
alternative.
kind
I
of
call them
alternative.
but
They're not
it's-
our kind of not the kind of alternative rock that we listen to the most of, or at least me.
Yeah.
Maybe you.
Yeah.
I shouldn't say we, but
Well,
me.
Yeah, I really like them as a band. 21 Pilots. I like this album a lot, Blurry Face. But this song, as soon as I heard it, I knew that this was, right now, might be my favorite part of music.
I like it. I like that you're able to like.
I think I can lay that down because
Lay that down.
it is so.
We both have our
Good.
favorite parts in music in this list.
Yeah, maybe
which
we
is
shouldn't have got
at
that
the-
out of
it's
the way in the first episode.
No, I think it's good because you got it at the first and you got it at the last.
Yeah,
And
couple
and-
little bookends there.
Yeah, bookends. One thing I like to preference this as well. I just heard this right before we started this podcast.
Yes, that's right. I forgot that I never even sent it to him.
I think maybe you told me to listen to it, but I didn't. And anyway, your house just making sounds. Might have been one of the kids.
It's a bit of a longer, I suppose. It's about a minute. This clip.
And I'll also say this one blew me away.
Yeah.
Wasn't expecting it to be this good.
No,
Sometimes you
exactly.
show me things from like mainstream music that I'm like I'm not that into,
Yeah.
or that I'm not into right away. I need to work on it.
Some
a
of
bit.
them needs time.
And this is not one of them.
This is one of those that just kicks you in the face.
This is one
when
that's
you
going
hear
on
it.
my phone
Yeah,
the second
sure.
I leave this.
Yeah.
This
The
house.
whole song is very eerie, I would say. very chill.
I haven't heard the whole song.
Yeah, that's right. You haven't.
That's
You
why
should after.
I should. Okay.
Anyways, it's.
How powerful is this part then? If I haven't even heard the whole song. And
Oh
I'm into it?
man, the whole song builds up to it. It's 2 minutes and 50 before this of just building up to this part. So this song needs to be listened to in its entirety.
Yeah.
But again, it's just a really powerful part. And then he goes on to say, like, in the part he says, I'm a goner, somebody catch my breath. And then the very last words he's saying in the song is, I want to be known by you. So I don't know what, like you said, again, I don't know where he's, like, what he's talking about with this exactly, but I
That
think
has
music
a lot
is...
of places that could go.
Yeah, exactly. You can use music and hear whatever it is that pertains to you, and you'll hear different parts at different parts of your lives,
Sure.
and it'll change.
Yeah, I mean that could mean something religious. That
Exactly.
could mean something romantic. That could mean
Exactly.
something unrelated to what we're talking
Yeah,
about too.
exactly.
Relational.
Let's get to it because
Sure.
I'm just itching to hear this part again. Here we
Yeah,
go.
I want to hear it again too. Actually, yeah, good stuff.
Don't let me be gone.
And you just see him just hitting all the cymbals.
Oh yeah,
Don't let me be gone.
giving me the ships. This
I know.
one is. Yeah. It's great.
Oh, it's so good.
It's a part that like even the singer doesn't care how it sounds.
Yeah.
He just needs to get out what he's saying. And it ends up being magic.
You.
So good.
That is very good.
So good.
Exceptionally
And
good.
like
Do you know what it reminds me of?
what?
It reminds me of Silver Sun Pickup's song. Oh. It's not anything like it in a lot of ways.
No, but
it's,
Silver Sun Pickups.
not
What are they
Substitution.
Oh my.
It was from like
goodness.
high school.
We saw them here. Not you. I
not
don't know if
me.
you were here, but yeah.
I can't remember the song
Silver
name.
Sun Pickups. We'll
And-
think of it, and it'll probably be another episode.
Yeah, because that's a great part
Yeah.
of music in general.
Oh yeah, it is.
But that kind of reminds me of it, and it's just like stand the hairs up on your body.
Oh, yeah.
type of stuff.
Like that's the type of song that could just it stirs up something inside of you even before you listen to the words and know what it says.
Oh, I have no idea what he's saying. Other than
Exactly.
what you just told me.
Yeah. And he there's piano you can hear in the background. There's some kind of strings, I think, in the background.
Sure, there
And
probably
it's just
is.
everything is just this song is a complete build.
Yeah,
And the build
it's perfect.
at the peak is perfect. And then it drops off completely at
Mm-hmm.
the end, which I love.
It's actually like a very common theme in music.
Yeah.
Like lots of genres, lots of bands do a build, drop, whatever type of structure to a song. But the best ones are the ones that mean something more,
Yeah.
whether it be lyrically or just there's maybe something in the background, like you say, that's just kind of drawing it up a little bit more. Like, and this is definitely one of those. Like, we could probably listen to like 15 build up, stop
Yeah.
parts in any given genre, any given band, and this one would definitely stand out like in the top of the ones. Yeah, that's great.
And that whole part when it builds up at the end is the loudest, like
I wish we
most
would-
full part of the whole album.
Really?
And it's the very last song on the album.
Yeah.
It gets
Yeah, well,
that
that's right.
full and that hard and like just crazy in a way, and then just drops. Album is finished.
Wow.
Done. Finished.
It's a great way to go out.
It really completes the album.
It's kind of like
that part.
Kind of like how they would go out if they were playing a live set.
Yeah, and that's the type of thing where you would go out, and I don't think that people would. You just can't even call them back for.
There's
an
no
encore 'cause that was
encore.
enough.
There better not be an encore after
Exactly.
Or if there is that's the encore.
Yeah,
Just
exactly.
them playing that again.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's like,
Could you
that's-
like specifically ask the band in a group chant to sing the same song in an encore? I don't think. But
don't think
if
so.
you could, that was what you would want to do.
Goner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
what I
maybe
would
that's
try.
what you do.
You're like,
Yeah,
come on
it's like,
back out
come
here,
back
do that
on, but-
again.
But make sure it's gone.
Yeah,
I don't want to hear. What's their other big one that's on
Blurry
the radio?
face.
No, the other one that's on the radio.
Oh.
I can't remember the name of the song. It's well known.
Dang it. How do you show full album? Oh, okay, yeah, here we go.
It's near the start. Stressed Out.
Stressed Out.
It's like I
that's it.
hope they wouldn't come back with
Yeah, it's
that.
called Blurry Face.
You better bring Goner back. And
Yeah.
nothing against Stressed Out. It's
No, I mean, it's fine.
Yeah, I'm indifferent to it, but that song is phenomenal.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think that was great.
That was, yeah. I mean, those are some really solid parts. And those are just parts that you could just listen to.
Yeah.
But yeah, once again, you can search on Apple Music. Just search for Oak Episode 1, all one word, and the 1 is the number,
Yeah.
not the actual.
I think in the next few episodes coming up, we'll kind of get into Oak Music a bit more.
Yeah.
We'll kind of explain the basically the vision behind it, which is kind of Ryan's little baby. We'll call it right now.
Yeah.
I'm just kind of a sounding board.
Yeah.
But this part of it is kind of going to be a way for us to talk about things we love within music.
Yeah.
And also just to kind of, maybe tell people more about their local scene because we're from Saskatoon.
Yeah.
But I don't think we're going to strictly be a local type
No.
of a
It's too late for that in
podcast.
this podcast because we didn't play one local thing. in
No,
our
but
first
that'll
episode.
come. I've got lots in the
Yeah.
bank. We used to play in
There's some
Saskatoon.
Ridiculous local artists here.
That was-
It's crazy.
lots of
So
good stuff.
right now. Yeah.
Yeah, and if you're listening from anywhere else in the world or Canada or the US, just look up Saskatchewan music and you'll start to realize that there's a lot that comes from here.
Yep.
Sheepdogs is probably huge one.
The Dead South is really big.
If you're into hardcore stuff, Means
Yep.
was real big for a while there.
Yeah.
You were mentioning some of the country guys that are really big right now.
Yeah.
What's that other guy? Kaufman, is it? I don't know if his last
Coulter
name's
Wall?
Kaufman. Or
Coulter Wall is who I mentioned earlier.
no, he's another big guy or big musician that comes from Saskatchewan.
Yeah.
I can't remember his name. You remember his last name? We'll look it up. Andy Schaff, one of my absolute favorites.
Yeah.
Love him to death. He's great. So yeah, lots of stuff from Saskatchewan. We might focus a little bit more on it, but the idea is mostly just to kind of bring music to people and talk about interesting stuff.
Yeah, and we wanna hear back from everybody.
Oh,
if you
yeah.
can think of a part to help us out to think I've got $1 million in the bank, but if someone wants to put one in,
Send a part.
do it. Yes.
Tell us to go and tell us exactly where to go in the song. Totally would love that.
Yeah, we'll listen to it. We'll talk.
And
about
tell
it.
us what you think of our parts.
Yeah, exactly.
And what you think of us explaining them, because you might hear something we don't.
Yeah. You
Which
could
would
add
be
to it.
cool because then we might hear something that we haven't
Yeah.
in a part we love.
Yeah. Don't take away from it though. Don't be a douche.
Oh yeah, don't tell us it's a bad part.
No, that's dumb. Or actually do. Go ahead.
Actually,
I
you know
don't
what?
care.
Yeah, just constructive
Fine, if you
criticism.
don't, no, not even criticism. It's not my music. If you don't like it, you don't like it. That's good.
True.
Tell us about it. I don't care.
Yeah, do that. So I guess, that's kind of the end for today,
Yep.
and we'll get into more of this and more regular.
Yep. Thank you so much for listening.
Yeah, thanks.
And we're going to sign off.
All right, guys, have a
Oak
good
Music. Go visit the Facebook page. If you
Yeah.
want to just, you're probably on the Facebook page.
Give
right
them
now.
give them the rundown of how to find you, how to find that playlist again,
Mm-hmm.
and then we'll be off.
Okay, so you can go straight to oakmusic.ca. Working on the website for now, it just redirects you to the Facebook page. So essentially, the website's under construction, but Facebook page is where it's mainly at, anyways.
Great.
And you can also hit us on Instagram. It's mostly Facebook, Instagram.
And Twitter. You can get us on
Yeah,
Twitter
you
too.
can get Twitter too. Yeah, it's just not.
As big right now.
It's great. Our Twitter is great as well.
It's growing.
Yeah.
It's growing like the rest of them. And then we're also going to want to talk about where to find the playlist.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
One more time on
Oak.
Apple Music.
Apple Music, search
Oak.
Oak Episode 1, the number 1.
All one word.
All one word.
And listen to all the songs.
Yes, listen to them.
And then the albums.
Get the context, you know. You can hear each of the songs, especially Goner.
Yeah, you like that one.
Really like it.
All right, I think that's it.
Yeah, that's it. Thanks,
All right.
guys.